6 months ago, I brought my baby girl home and my life changed forever. Between night wakings, nursing, and milestones, I'm balancing motherhood while rediscovering myself in days that blur together. Join me as I create a journal to capture these fleeting moments, a space to organize thoughts and preserve memories that might otherwise be lost in the beautiful chaos of motherhood.
To put up her hair.
Okay, so baby is down for a nap. I don't know how long she's gonna nap for. It might be 22 minutes, it might be 30 minutes, it might be 40 minutes. Normally, when she's down for a nap, I like to go get lunch and eat because when she's awake, I do like to play with her and make sure that she's in my attention. Today, we're gonna do something a little different because I do wanna get this journal done and put together because it is now the end of February and I feel like my brain is gonna explode with all the things that I wanna get done and her schedule, the things that I wanna do for her, and it's just all in here. And so it'd be really nice for me to see what my day's like, to also log her milestones and see what's happening. I like to kind of put them all together. I did consider doing a baby book, but I'm not 100% sure if I wanna go that route because it's one more thing to do, considering it's taken me so long just to make this one. That does not look good. It's just getting smaller and smaller. It just is not great. But I ended up cutting this back onto the cutting board instead, or back on the paper cutter, because I do not want to waste any more paper. But it ended up being much cleaner, and it's only about 1/8 of an inch smaller, which I don't think is a big deal. So now we have all our pages and we can get going. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna print on the vellum that I just cut and then just progress along, build out this journal. Ooh, I love it. This turned out really nice. I'll show you what it looks like. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh no. There is toner. It's getting messy. There's toner on the paper, I think because it curls up. And also, I'm running through a lot of them at the same time. But overall, it's looking pretty good. It's so cool to see the work on Vellum. It adds this dimension to it. It's so cool. Yes. This one had a lot of color, so it's really cool to see without color. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. This one also had a lot of color. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I'm so excited. I don't mind this messiness. It just adds to it. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I've learned my lesson and decided to create a template just to make my life easier. And then there's also a mark on the top and on the bottom throughout this whole thing that helps me to line up how far in I need to put each of the labels. So the labels I'm using is by this brand. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I bought this in Korea. I don't think this is necessary, but it does make it look so much more professional and neat. I love this right now. Because right now my brain is all about when is her nap time? Let's see. When did she last eat? Is she okay? Okay. There it is. There's another tab. So then when you put these two together, you have a very neat tab. Okay, baby, let's go to sleep. So January, February, March, April. May, June. Okay. Just making our life easier. One thing at a time. Okay, so what do we have so far? Wow, that's actually looking pretty good. So we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Oh, tabs are so neat. Love that. Every time she naps, it feels like eternity, but it's probably like a minute, combing through my hair and tossing it in the trash because I'm losing so much hair. There's so much hair. Okay, got my paper. So I don't know if it's gonna be 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but we're going to cut the black paper that I'm gonna use to make the tabs for the future log, the collections. So just two things, two tabs, and hopefully get that done before she wakes up. This is with the grain. You see how it's pretty easy to fold. This is against the grain. You can see there's some resistance here. So if I actually fold this against the grain, you can press it as much as you want, but there's like a twisting, some texture. It doesn't fold as neatly as this one. With the grain, against the grain. Okay, that's one, that's done. Now we do collections. Oh my gosh, these things are so small. Ah! Okay. And then if she's still sleeping, then I'm going to continue on to printing the rest of the journal, and because that might take a while. This is not correct. I'm actually gonna cancel this. So this actually would be a lot easier if I were to just print out the whole journal the way it is. So if I didn't take the cover pages out, if I didn't take the other pages out, I don't know which one I did, but if I didn't divide them and I just printed the whole file out double-sided, it'd be very simple. I'm taking some time to make it special, getting a tiny bit frustrated, but I'm also enjoying the process at the same time. And so far, it's looking pretty good, especially with the vellum and the tabs. I am creating this dream journal to help me navigate motherhood. She is still sleeping. Okay, so let's keep going. So right now I have all these blank pages. I can put this back in the printer and reprint all the odd pages and then the even pages and finish printing all these things that I need to print. That was a long intermission. My baby woke up from her nap, fed her, nursed her twice, also ate myself, and that's about it. That is all I did. By the time that she was awake, changed her diaper, she went poo-poo, and now we're back at it. So I'll put this in this way. You should take this and print on the underside. So we're ready to print on the other side of all the odd pages, printing on the even pages. And I really hope that it works out. I'm gonna hit print now. Baby's up! Baby's up and awake! She has these knots on the back of her head because when she sleeps, she goes like this. And she has these little knots and it's so cute. At this point, I had run into so many friction points in this project that I had questioned the project altogether. And this printing error was a big hit to the flow of it all. I miscalculated and my pages didn't line up. And so to save paper, I'm sorting through the ones I really can't use and finding the blank pages to reprint on. We have a problem. It is February 26th. It is February 26th, and I've been working on this project for a few days now. It's a nap time project. But we ran into a problem. The vellum that I printed on for all of the monthly cover pages are smudging. I don't know if all of them are smudging because I haven't checked all of them, but I know the ones I did check, they vary between okay smudging, like good enough smudging, and then very bad smudging on the back of the pages of the weekly spread. So I have been ordering Vellum and trying to see if other Vellum brands are going to be better, because the one that I used, which is the Love Nicole from Michaels, I think. This is a craft vellum. So craft vellum is different from a vellum that you can print on. They make printable vellums. And so I ordered a printable one, and this one ended up being very, very thin and flimsy looking, so I don't like this one. And then I ordered a thicker one that did say it was printable, but this one actually smudges way more than the original one that I actually used. So we're going to stick with the original vellum that I have, and then hopefully I'll just put it through one print at a time, let the printer cool down first, and then print another one, because I think printing all of them at once is the reason why some of them are smudging more than others, and some of them are okay enough to use. This actually looks pretty good too. Once I reprinted a few of the covers in Vellum, which were smudging pretty badly, I also wanted to reuse the original tabs. I almost, out of frustration, tossed these out, but it only took me a few deep breaths, actually a lot of deep breaths, to realize that I had all the tools and the patience to remove them from the original and reapply them. Future. So these are the bookmarks, the calendar bookmarks that I created. So each one is specific to the month, and I would end up moving these every time I switch pages when it comes to my to-do list. And I'll show you that when everything is all put together. But this has a front and back dot grid on it, and I cut it to 2.5 inches, and it's just the length of the paper. Eventually, I have to recut this one, but this is a transparency sheet. So the original one had this binder on it, and I just took a section of it and then poked the holes so it looks like this. And when it comes to creating a bookmark, I'll put this in, and this is part of the binder, and then there's a tab up here. So this will always mark where I'm at in my journal.
You are the one who they call on for help, but sometimes you forget to believe in yourself. Let me say, you're so brave. It's not
That's it.
what you
This is done. Now this can go into the book, into the journal. Oh, you know what I did not do? gonna punch holes in these things. I'm gonna punch holes in them. This is how I wanted that one. Wait. Oh, thank goodness. We are finally at this stage where this storybook journal is going into its binding. I found these on Amazon at first, then I ended up getting them from AliExpress because they end up being so much more cheaper, and I was getting a bunch at the same time. And it allows you'll see, it allows the binder to sit flat without a traditional cover. So this is a very quick way of putting binder journals together.
Motherhood, so hard, so good. It takes twice as long to do simple things. You're paddling hard and rowing upstream. You are seen. You are seen. The tunnel is long, but you're close to the light. These years will be gone in the blink of an eye. They'll fly by. You're alright. You've known the definition. Now you're learning what it means. Motherhood. 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 So hard, so good. Where does it come from? This love, it makes no sense.
Okay. So now for the final touches, I want to add some copper. I definitely took the longer route in how to do these copper touches, these copper highlights using the gel pen. It's been so nice to get into the flow of just adding this pop of color to this black and white journal and seeing it come alive, especially with the metallic. Now that the journal is almost complete, we're definitely at the stage where we have something physical to now work on. I want to celebrate the fact that this video is edited, it's done, it's out there by running a sale in my shop. And I created these calendar sets. There's two sets. It's the Bunny and Bear story calendar card set and then the Press Flower card set. They're both 2025 calendars. I know we're almost into the second quarter of the year, but we're not done the year yet. So they're on sale because I do want to ship them out. I want them to be in your homes. I want them to be in your friends' homes. I want them to be somewhere else, not in my studio right now, because they do need to be shared. They need to be used. They need to be seen. And let you guys know that if you do want to check out what I've worked on, you want to see what these pins are, go check out my website that I've worked so hard on creating a few years ago, and browse, read through the descriptions. I put so much thought into writing a little story for each product. And so just take your time, browse, come into my world, and let me know if you find something you love, because I will pack it with love. I will pack it in between her naps, during her naps. I'll pack it whenever I have a moment. Once I finish the copper highlights, I'll go back in and then add the index tabs. And the index tabs are these copper Midori tabs. And I use them to indicate the weekly page that I'm on, the monthly page that I'm on, the quarter that I'm on, the bookmark, so the today bookmark with all the dates of the month. And anything else that I want to flip to very quickly is what I'm going to use the index tabs. And so this book this storybook journal, the planner, encompasses the entire year, so it's a little thicker. And so having these index tabs, having it organized in the way that I've organized it, makes it really quick to just flip to exactly where I need to go, and to kind of also look back on the things that I want to look back on. For the last 2 years, I've been consistently journaling and updating this hybrid minimalist bullet journal system. Each month, I would migrate my task list over to the new month and get myself prepared for the tasks and experiences I like to do and have for that month. I kept it simple but functional without losing my love for illustration. So it's very minimalist with a touch of art. This system, or a variation of it, was the reason I was so consistent and actually enjoying the process of journaling. And I believe it's the reason I was able to progress in letting go of my people-pleasing habits and my perfectionistic habits. When I started bullet journaling in 2017, the process of creating the monthly spread was overwhelming and absolutely tedious. And it made my tendencies worse. I was definitely not at my best then, and journaling was supposed to be my meditation. So after changing the way that I journal, it really did change my life. It steered me in the right direction because I had the structure that I needed to progress. This year, with my new baby girl and being a full-time mom, I knew that I didn't have the freedom to migrate, move things, just create this journal from scratch. I knew I needed to set up my journal somehow so that I can journal consistently. So during her nap times, I've been setting this up for the entire year versus going month by month in a way that I can easily update it for the upcoming years. So for 2026, I can go in and just change the calendars and the date. I don't want to lose this practice, and I want to keep using my journal as a tool to help me grow and keep me grounded. I will go through the details and how I set this up and how I use it in another video, but for now, I wanted to share this nap time project. It is definitely a nap time project and process with you, and just to say hello again. I still can't believe I'm here. I remember in the first few months of her life, I wondered if I'd ever be anything more than just her mom, if I'd ever be creative again, and if I'd be a good mom. What I didn't know then was that I was disregarding the significance of my role and my own capabilities of taking on this new role. Motherhood, having a tiny human count on you, is hard enough. I knew I just needed to change so many things about my mindset and be present for her and myself. But most importantly, I needed to trust myself and my intentions, my intuition, and the process. What makes me a good mother to my daughter is not the same thing that makes another mother good to their children. The definition of good is relative to each of us, and it's impossible to be good for everybody. Fast forward, and my daughter is now 6 months old, and I still can't use the bathroom in peace or eat a full meal without scarfing it down yet, sometimes. But I feel lighter because I address all those feelings, and I'm slowly figuring it all out at my own pace. I've not experienced anything as contradictory as motherhood, where life slows down and speeds up at the same exact time, and the days are constantly morphing. So instead of fighting her spontaneous schedule or wishing that things were somehow easier, what I needed to do was to let her be her. Let her develop as she needs to and be available to support and guide her along the way. I needed to let go of my own expectations of how life should be. I need to stop comparing myself to the other moms out there. I don't wonder if I'm just her mom anymore, because I know that I am her mom. And I'm an artist, and I'm a creator, and a dreamer, and a doer, and so many more roles that I don't know exist for me yet. I know now that I don't exist to make other people happy, and I hope that I do exist to make some sort of difference on this planet or in one person's life. And I also hope to inspire my daughter as she grows to trust herself first, something that I really struggled with. I like to think of this time as a season of preparation in which I till the land, plant my seeds, and take care of the soil. And one day, these seeds will begin sprouting while she plays around this garden. And I don't know when that day will come, but together we can watch the sprouts emerge when they are ready. But right now, we're here, I'm here, and I'm so grateful to be able to watch her grow and not miss a single milestone. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey, this crazy, wonderful journey